VESL. My name is Deprive, joined alongside the one, the only Gator Melon. Gator Melon, we were getting pretty familiar with each other on the desk here. It's been 3 weeks in a row, I think, where we're back bringing you all of the Valorant action, all of the high school Valorant action here in North Carolina. And I could not be more excited to cover tonight's matchups here alongside you once again. So, speaking of tonight's matchups, let's take a look at them. Let's see who we're actually going to be facing off here. We got Green Hope High School versus Enloe High. We got Green Level High versus Holly Springs High School. And finally, we got Wake Young Men's Leadership Academy, which we will be calling YWMLA for short, versus Panther Creek High School. So a lot on the slate. How you feeling about tonight's matchup, Skater Melon? Oh, I think you're muted here. I can't hear you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Here I am. I'm super excited for these matchups. We've got 3 of them today. I know the first week we only had 1, and the second week we had 2 matches, and of course for the third week we got 3. Hopefully we get some nice long ones, some good casting here, some good head-to-head. I'm really excited to see just high-level gameplay because I took a peek. The prize for the winner of all this, I think whoever gets first place is 10K.
Yeah, 10K is not a small amount of money, and I could be very excited to see
Get their first dub with the last match of our day. I'm super excited for that one.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see it as well. But without further ado, I mean, tell me who you think's going to take this first game. Tell me some score predictions, and then we'll get right into the game.
Okay. Just because of the score line that's already there, I'm gonna probably go with the 2-0 with Green Hope. Um, I want to see Enloe have some good comebacks, see what they can build. So I'm gonna still lean Green Hope. I'm gonna go with probably like a 13. I'll say like a 13-6, 13. MVP of the game just because of the name.
Yeah, that's a great name coming through there. But ultimately, we'll see if Enloe can stack up against Green Hope when it
Mhm.
comes down to it. The map is going to be bind, and it all comes down to this. Enloe desperately looking for wins as we do near playoffs, which I believe is next week, if not the week after. But that being said, I mean, I could not be more excited to jump into things here and jump into the swing of things as well with this matchup.
What are your thoughts on these comps?
Well, I'm thinking we got the Rays both mirrored. I mean, I like the Viper here from the side of Enloe. I'm not going to lie. The Viper lineups will be nice. I just don't know if this is the map for it. The Cypher is a very smart pick. The Cypher and the Rays are the two big ones, and it's like, I'm happy to see us having those both at least. The Brim is going to come through. The smokes are there for the Brim. So a lot of very basic comps. I think we will see the side of Enloe lacking flashes. They don't really have anything besides that Gecko flash with the little buddy where he throws in the air and it shoots the goo. I mean, it's truly going to be lacking flashes, but we'll see how this one works out. Enloe is on defense to start, so the flashes aren't as important. But that being said, Enloe off to a hot start. They get a pick. That's the Cypher down, one of those key players on bind. And now they don't get that intel that comes with having a Cypher. And another pick coming through, though. Break back for Green Hope. They're going to even up the numbers, make this a 4v3 very quickly.
Oh yeah, this is good. Oh, and another good pick here by this Cypher, bringing it back to a 3v3. Looks like we're getting a bit of a rotate to crash on this B site with Brimstone on the bomb. Trying to find this Cypher right now, hiding back site. The rotate's coming in from side. Ooh, good early pick. This should be a free site for the most part here. Brim's going to be rotating over here to group up with the Rays and see if they can't make this retake. I'm interested to see where we're going. We got one going elbow, one going long, clearing the flank. That's our Yoru. I'm really interested about the Yoru pick because I don't see that very often. Sky's holding it down on site. Sky's trying to get the entry here. Trying to open up the site. Gets the pick. Okay. And then there you go. Oh, wait, never mind. That was not the pick that I thought was happening. Okay. Brim in the back line. Do you think he's got this 1v2? How does he have to play this?
I don't know. I don't know if Brim is really going to be able to get this one. The bomb is ticking away. Both players at full HP. They have the retake set up perfectly set up here right now. Brim would have to pull off some phenomenal work, especially down to just 35 HP. Tries to run and go for it, but Jenny will pick up a 3K there on that round. And starts off Green Hope for a round lead. A pistol will definitely swing them in the right direction here, as now we see the buys following it. It's going to be a Vandal, going to be a couple Spectres, and maybe even just another rifle coming through from Mr. Squigglebottom. 3,400 is quite a bit to work with. But that being said, Green Hope, they're off to the start that they were looking for. And Enloe, they really wish they could have that one back. They brought it close. You know, this doesn't look like a 2-0 against an 0-2 team here off that first round alone. So we'll see if Enloe can, you know, pick it back up as we do near these upcoming rounds. This one will be tough for them because of the fact that, you know, they only have pistols they have to save. They're going up against the Guardian Inspectors. It's not going to be easy.
Not at all, not at all. But I was really proud to see a lot of the good aiming there with the pistols. It gives me some hope into a good competitive game. Good old Gecko flash here. Raze is already on site with the Spectre. Throws an 8 back site. Brim might push this. Oh god, they're already on site. Nobody's been picked yet. There we go. Push through. Big pick. Good trade. Piggy Lover with 3.
One enemy remaining.
Top there for the 4th. Plant comes off. And then Cypher is on the other side of the map. This is going to be a tough one. I'll probably wrap this up, but all you've got is a classic, so you might as well go for it, see if you can't do some damage. Missing some first shots. Gets the dink there at the end.
Yeah, the dink was not enough, though. Mr. Squigglebottom going to clean it up, and that's going to be 4 remaining alive for Green Hope as well. So they will keep a lot of that economy intact. You see Piggy Lover and Jenny right now sitting up 4-1 and 3-1. Looking at a 3.5 KD between the two of them, sitting at 7-2. And the buys are still looking good. I mean, we'll say for Enloe here in this round, you have the advantage. This is the bonus round for Green Hope. This is where Enloe statistically has the better buy. They have 5 rifles going up against a Guardian, a Vandal, and 3 Spectres. You got the utility. This is the round you really got to make sure you lock things down. You need your smokes and your Viper to be heavily involved in helping slow down these opponents. The paint shells from the Rays included. And we'll see if it's going to happen. But like you said, the fireball coming right through here, the death ball, like you call it, coming through into showers. And Rays is ready for it. Rays is going to be the first line of defense. I'm going to be interested to see if a kill will come through. Those paint shells are beautiful. Just completely forcing the opponent away. And that's what I was talking about. You got to see the utility like that to just slow down the opponent.
Okay, they're just going to wait, and they're probably going to burst here again. I'd like to see a rotate from either the Viper or something. Good early pick there from Enloe side. Really using that range advantage on them, because all they've got right now, I think, is still Spectres and a Guardian. Okay, no, we got a Vandal and Piggy Lover here. Still holding this area, trying to see what they can get done, see if they can't find some openings. It's a 4v5, and attacking 4v5 on Bind it's not bad, but when you've got 4 people stacked on that A site, you probably don't want to push towards it. But it looks like they're going to commit here anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and wager it up. I think this is going to be an Enloe round. That Viper already rotated off, though, and here comes the hit, chasing down the ramps. Raze, Jiggle peeking, pre-firing. There we go, good trade from Piggy Lover. Gecko gets a pick. Oh my god,
that's gonna be a big Skydog. Enloe with the player advantage in a 4-on-3, but Green Hope will get the spike down. Now getting set up for post plants, and Enloe, they can't play passive anymore. Now they have to start playing aggressive, and Piggy Lover will just be finding heads and taking them off. 2 spotted, spots the 3rd. There's the Raze, all pops, kills. Pluto Air gonna find one back for his troubles, and now a 2v2 as Green Hope looks to lock down the site. The health advantage is in their favor, and we'll see if Green Hope can hold on and secure this 3-0 advantage. And that's a big kill from Pluto Air. The Raze from Enloe is looking to put them on the board, but Mr. Squigglebottom is here as well, and the bomb is ticking. It is burning right now. The shots are coming through, and Mr. Squigglebottom picks up the kill. That is going to be another round for Green Hope, and one that looked so good for Enloe just a few moments ago. Off the backbone of the Raze, named Pluto Air.
Oh man, that was such a heartbreak for Enloe. They had such a good job. They were stacked on the right side. They were getting some of the early picks, but the trades just weren't quite there. That angle from Piggy Lover, though, I think we're going to be really interested to see how Piggy Lover does throughout the rest of the series, because that angle was grimy, just clicking the heads as they were rotating in from looked like CT. I'm going to call it CT, but it's from defender side or defender spawn. Looks like we're getting another feeler A hit here coming from our Green Hope side, which is pretty interesting. They're going to try and just keep abusing A. They started B, I think, for just the pistol round, and then since then we have not really gone back over there yet. Obviously we just got great pick there from Gecko, opening it up, putting them into the 4v5. Immediate trade. Pluto gets another trade here. Another trade back. We're even 3v3 now. We're calling off the attack. Looks like we're rotating over to B. We're going to start pressing the Cypher on Enloe side. Viper's still over here. Raze may rotate a little bit late, but no, we're doubling back now. Oh,
yeah, we got a heal coming through there from the sky. The Raze back to 100 HP, and this means another even fight to take. And actually, Enloe, though, the one thing that does concern me here for them is that they don't have these rifles. They don't have those. They just have those pistols. Some of them have SMGs. I think one of them might have a rifle that's gotten picked up here now, but we will see here what happens. I don't think the armor's looking too good on them as well. We'll see if Enloe can bounce back and find some here. There's a rifle on the ground, though. Look at Pluto. The only player kind of on this A site right now is stuck with just a Sheriff, and that's going to be Green Hope for almost a free site as long as they can find this Raze and take him down. And there's the swing. Piggy Lover, Raze versus Raze. It'll go in favor of Green Hope, and now a 3 versus 2. It's up to the Viper and the Cypher here, firing away. Shots coming through from both sides. And now, like you mentioned, the Dink going to put the Sky down to 80 HP, but they do have that player advantage and the weaponry advantage. It's going to be difficult for Enloe.
It's going to be very difficult for Enloe. That was a huge play call. I don't know who their IGL is over on Green Hope, but the decision to group up and then re-hit Bathroom was super smart. They really thought that B rotation was coming through, but then we get another immediate pick here, and now we're stuck in a 1v3 and going to have to hit some shots, try to get a little bit of the BM, but that's okay. Piggy will close out the round, give another 4th round to Green Hope, and overall, just as a team, they just seem to be moving a little bit better. I'm not quite sure what I need to recommend Enloe to do. Like, I mean, obviously that last round, they just don't have very much money. So I really need to see them pick up some of these rifle rounds so that they can balance out their economy. But I mean, they're getting some shots. Their aim is not bad. What's going on with them?
Well, I truly think that it is more or less of just like, look at that. They rotated back to A and they left just the Raze there with the Sheriff. Those are just some simple things that you just can't have happening. You got to leave probably one more player with the rifle over there and, maybe send the Sheriff with the other rifle on B, whatever. Maybe just try to turn this one around a little bit. But at the end of the day, it also just comes down to the straight fragging. I really like this play from top, actually, from Green Hope, trying to get a lurk kill. But Pluto Air is one player who's been playing really well. And actually, Feather will pick up a kill with the Odin as well. But Piggy Lover just comes back and finds 2. That's the problem here. Piggy Lover's been the difference maker for Green Hope, who's currently 11-1 or 11-2. And that's something that you also just need to shut down. You shut down Piggy Lover, and you win these rounds if you're Enloe. And that's a big problem here for Enloe. I mean, the Rays of Enloe is pretty good themselves as well. So you just gotta see what happens. That is gonna be a kill, but like, look at this, 3K on the round for Piggy Lover, make it a 4, and that is gonna be a 5-0 lead from Green Hope off the back of Piggy Lover, currently looking, I think, 13-2. Yeah, and honestly, Pluto Air and Sithmore have been playing very, very well here for the side of Enloe, and they've been shutting down Piggy Lover every time and then, and they've been shutting down the teammates of Green Hope. But the only problem is here right now is that if Piggy Lover remains alive, it remains a big threat on your team. And also, you look at Chenny, you look at the Universe, they're also coming in both 4-2 as well. And so, like, it's not like there's no slouch on the other members of Green Hope behind that. You know what I mean? It's tough for Enloe because, sure, you take out the top fragger those 2 times that you did. You also still have to deal with 4 of their players that can shoot the gun. You know what I mean? And so it's a problem. But we'll see what they can do.
100%, 100%. I'm the Piggy Lover. When you have a player that's, and honestly, I was looking at the scoreline, I was breaking down in my head. With 2 more kills without a death, that is almost a 3-0 KD in 6 rounds. That's insane. You're literally getting, what is that, 3 kills a round almost? Well, for 5 rounds, almost we're there. But now we're almost about 2 kills a round. They're creating so much space, and I'm not gonna discredit you what you're saying about the other team, but when you've got a player that's running out, taking so much space, getting all these picks, all those other frags are going to be a lot easier to deal with. So exactly like you said, if Enloe can come up with a strat to deal with this Raze, let her bounce back in, let her try to get some advantages, bait her into some kind of crossfire so you can at least get that trade. Because if you get her off the table, I think Enloe can actually win some pretty good rounds, but it's just going to be like, how are we going to deal with Piggy Lover? He's going insane right now.
Time to jump.
Yeah, we shall see here what happens. 5-0 right now, and Enloe, if they want to get some rounds from their defensive side, it's got to start to happen here soon. We're almost halfway through this first half, but Piggy Lover, the ultimate, comes in very beginning of the round, and that's Sithmore down. One of those top fraggers for Enloe out of the fight, but Pluto Air, good for a trade. Chenny will go down, but Green Hope, they already have the spike down. That's also something we haven't really talked about too much. Green Hope has been very consistent getting the spike down, but look at this, Piggy Lover finds a couple more kills, and the Raze, Pluto Air, not able to get that ultimate off. Piggy Lover will pick up a 4K. Piggy Lover is going insane as Enloe is stuck to a 1v4 here, and Piggy Lover chasing down more kills, make it an ace. That is going to be a clean sweep for Green Hope on that round. One player goes down, being the Yoru, but you're now up 6-0. A 9.0 KD has been gained for Piggy Lover, the Raze of Green Hope. And there's nothing better than being on the attacking side of Bind and having a Raze who can consistently entry and pick up 2 to 3 kills every single round.
We've got to get some more Piggy Lover POV and just see how these picks are coming in. I'm seeing them pop up in the kill feed, and I don't even know where she's finding them. They're just waterfalling in for him. But yeah, 18-2. This is insane. You have more kills than the entire team combined, and here we go. It just keeps on going. Don't get this one. You don't deserve this one. Okay, never mind.
Oh, the paint shells, though. Those are going to do some damage. Oh, but the Molly making it back off. So that's even then. 20-2 right now gained for this side of the Rays of Green Hope. But the couple kills coming through as well from the teammates of Green Hope. The spike going down once again, immediately a flawless round as Chenny finds a kill. So just like that, it's clean work. They get the spike down. If the Rays can entry and find 1 to 2 kills, that's a free site. Honestly, the other 4, all they need to do is find 1 more pick, maybe 2, and then plant the spike. So it's really just like Piggy Lover go frag. And I really wish I could see the last 2 Green Hope games. I wish we casted them ourselves, because I'd love to see if it was kind of this like same format on every single like map, or if it's just that this is a pop-off game for Piggy Lover. I'm not sure what we're seeing.
Some consistency with it. I get
yeah, exactly. But honestly, Enloe, they're still playing solid. It's just it's hard to do anything against when that's happening to you. Look at Piggy Lover, sits one down, right again. Bob finds one with the Odin, and this is a free site. This is exactly what I talked about here right now. They 4-stacked this site, and they've already gotten full control. Top's found 2, and they know where this last player is. Pinch back here, joined alongside the Cypher who's rotating, but very difficult. Now they're just running through this one. They planted the spike and they're like, all right, let's go kill. And there's the kills. Chenny and Mr. Squigglebottom, they pick them up 8-0.
They actually finally put another death on Piggy Lover there. He somehow found the 1 dig and the stack of 5 people running him down there. So good shot to Pinch for picking out the most important one there. So mad respect there, but honestly, like, I'm noticing this. The Gecko is now getting picked. Like, you were one of our top frags, but you've gotten picked now 2 rounds in a row off the first one. I get wanting to ego chow back, and I want to be a better aimer than Piggy Lover, but Piggy Lover is proving that no matter where they put their crosshair, it's gonna click your head. So I really want to see them not take so many direct engagements. Oh yeah, he does already. He just used
He's gonna bump it, I think. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Bang, bang. There's the ult, and there's the kill. And Piggy Lover finds 2 on the entry, and that's exactly what we've been talking about time and time again. Those paint shells are beautiful, slows down the opponents from being able to retake. That boombot goes through. Now Piggy Lover knows someone's there. The boombot actually pops off, does damage, but Sithmore stays alive at 1 HP, finds the kill. The universe will swing and pick up 2. Beastrim for a trade. It's a 2v1. Beastrim, the possibilities are there. They're just rushing through. Oh, but reloads at the possible time. Finds the kill. It's a 3K. And now Pop has been tagged as well. Running through this with the judge. This is a winnable round. And Beastrim will find a 4K, brings it back, and puts a round on the board for Enloe. I really hope Beastrim goes and picks up a rifle after this too, by the way. But please.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, okay. But that being said,
there we go. That's
yeah, skin shopping. But Enloe, they find a round on the board, and that's exactly what you need. But you can tell if Green Hope wasn't like overconfident right now, and if they weren't just rushing through the spawn, that round could have easily went in the way of Green Hope. So you just got to make sure that you stay dialed in if you're Enloe. And Green Hope right now, you don't want to let this one slip away from you. I also want to mention that I know it's 8-1, but truthfully, you shouldn't be running through the spawn like that. You can kind of just sit pretty. I know they probably don't really mind too much, but
no, I got you. But I mean, going back to just, I don't want to talk about him too much in this game, but Piggy Lover's already going in for another entry, and there we go, immediate trade back
shut down.
there.
This is good. This is good for Enloe.
This should be another Enloe round because like their gun skill's good. But Chenny has a good opening here on the Sithmore. Sithmore's one of the big players that really helped that last round, just at least putting down Piggy Lover. But here we are in a 3v4 immediate flash peek. Oh, great trade. Great help by the Brimstone here. 3v3. We're going to retake lamps here. Try to get the Cypher. Cypher gets the pick. The trade. There we go. Now it's a 2v1. Pick up the weapon. Behind you. Oh, no, wait. The Yoro's, okay, just ulting. Getting some information. Going back post with the flash.
Oh, he's got to hear Yoru, so the time is running low, though. The Cypher has ticked. He's looking for the kill, but the Cypher is just can't play this time like this. The Yoru is going to swing, and Yoru's going to swing behind him, I bet you. Oh my goodness. Yoru just calling the bluff. And no time left remaining. Has to go away. Feather. He was really wish he had that one back. Chenny was just like, no, you are not going to defuse this one. I'll just run around, play Ring Around the Rosie. And that is going to be Green Hope for another round. Up 9-1 here right now. And even with Piggy Lover going down, it's still a Green Hope victory because the other players are playing very fundamental. The Universe has 12 assists. Like, that is great flashes coming through from the sky. Oh, you know that most of those assists are definitely coming from flashes, or maybe just even if it's just damage alone, that's really helpful for the team here. But looks like
all 12 of them are Piggy Lover kills.
Exactly. The Viper ult was pretty good coming through from Pinch that last round for Enloe. We do have one more ult from Enloe. It is going to be on the get-go, but Chenny just with the opening frag. But Sithmore comes back here. This could be big, actually, but the Shark will be destroyed there. Mr. Squigglebottom already got the pinch on them here now, and now stuck inside showers is 2 players. Sithmore going to go down, and Pluto Air is going to fall shortly after. Green Hope off to a banger start here right now, playing this one very well. And now the last 2 players coming through spawn, and Green Hope is going to peek it once again. The Euro Flash will work out nicely in their favor. Mr. Squigglebottom tagged down, a 2v4 here for Enloe. Trying to play off the backbone of this one, but ultimately just going to send it up to heaven here. Cypher looking for one down below, but that's Mr. Squigglebottom, despite being low HP, will still find the kill. And Piggy Lover will get the last one. Piggy Lover was due, and that is going to be a 10-1 scoreline here now, Gator Melon. It is starting to get a little out of hand for Enloe. You definitely want to find the last round of this half, and then most likely the pistol in the few following rounds, just to try to slowly bring this one back. But Green Hope, they're really starting to run away with it.
Oh, they really are. Enloe's at the bottom of the barrel with their guns here. They're trying to figure out what loadout that they need. I mean, I feel like they really need the rifles if they're gonna be able to frag back here. So I'd like to see these Bulldogs a little bit more than the Judge, but I understand the Judge is doing okay. And you know, Beast Rim's your top frag, you're trying to let it go. But I mean, stopping these entries are almost impossible on Enloe side. We've got another death ball coming in here straight through a main. Raze is already back lamps. How? We are just not keeping track of this Raze. She's moving all over the place, and we've already got 2 picks. Site's already taken. It's a 4v2 with Raze and Viper on the pinch. There goes Viper, and now all that's left is Pluto Air. Pluto's been doing pretty okay, but with just a Deagle, I'm not sure, and is getting ulted. Wow, and there you go. That's the 11th round for Green Hope. They take that whole half. That, with Piggy making so much space, it genuinely feels like Green Hope can just run wherever they want, and they're going to get whatever picks that they want. They just don't have to do anything besides let Piggy go in. Piggy doesn't even have to get kills, but Piggy's still getting kills. 26 and 5. That's over a 5-0 KD across the whole game. That's insane.
Yeah, it's very nicely done here so far from Piggy Lover. Currently, like you mentioned, over the 5.0 KD. But even then, I want to talk about Chenny. Chenny's really starting to been stepping it up. That 1v1 we saw with the Yoru just completely running out the clock in that play there.
Oh, yeah.
And then just finding 12 kills, finding a few assists with it as well. I mean, looking good there as well in all regards. 11-1 is the halftime score as the sides do change. And we are back on the pistols here, as we do see if Enloe can find one for themselves here, get one on the board to try to answer back a little bit further to Green Hope. And if they can find the pistol and find a few rounds to go along with it, it can really start to snowball in their favor. But ultimately, Green Hope, they found 11 on that attacking side. It's going to be difficult, especially because buying defense is still pretty nice, honestly, to be completely honest. But Pluto Air, off to a hot start. It's the attacking sided Raze. We'll skip Piggy, though. The battle of the Razes. The shots through the smoke will not connect here for now. One is heading elbow. The boom ball looks to go down here, but actually won't ultimately get sent down. That shot was super close. Chenny and Top find a couple kills, though. Chenny finds 2, and this is what I was talking about. Chenny starting to put in some work of their own right, and now Piggy Lover finds one back. Pluto going to find Top, but Piggy Lover will pick up the last kill, and that will push Green Hope off to a 12-1 advantage, and will now be on match point. It's going to be a tough bounce for Enloe to find 11 in a row to try to force overtime, especially with Piggy Lover, who is currently 28 and 5 on this game.
Oh man, yeah, this is a tough one. As me and my friends would call this one. This one's a tilter. Not really sure. Like, I'd love to see a comeback from Enloe, but with Spectres, Sheriff, and then we've already got decent guns, and Piggy Lover's already got a rifle on the other end, and then you're on the defensive side, and she can move wherever she wants, be aggressive as she wants, and doesn't have to worry about walking into crossfires. Oh, I don't know. I don't know about this one. Chenny going out here, trying to get that early pick advantage. Paint shells everywhere. Piggy's already down. Let's go. Here we go. Pluto Air with 2 big openings. This is a good round. This is a good round. Here we go. Trade back from the universe. We've got 4 still coming down in main. Brimstone on the flank. They jump TP. Now they're going over towards B. Good pick again from universe. 3v3. Bringing this back.
Yeah, the universe connected on some very nice shots coming through there right now. That's going to be 2 kills from Chenny. The spray transfer unreal. Sithmore will find one up in Hookah, but I don't think too much more will be able to get found. And that's going to be the universe for a 3K. Chenny for 2, and Green Hope will win it 13-1 on Bind, and will move their record to 3-0 in group or in regular season play. And from there, they're going to have the opportunity here now to come into playoffs at a pretty hot record. I mean, I think there's 4 weeks of regular season, so they have the opportunity to go like 4-0 coming through here right now. So
I wouldn't be surprised if they're in the 1 seed.
Really good. Yeah, I would not be surprised. Definitely from this region for sure. Coming in at 3-0. I think they only have to play 1 more school for the opportunity to go for the full sweep. And I mean, honestly, I have no doubts in them here right now behind the back of the Rays there that we saw on Bind. But that being said, we got a lot more of action to come our way this evening. We still have 2 more best of ones, and I could not be more excited to catch them here now. Do you have any other further thoughts on that game here, Gator Melon?
Just a little one. I just want to say I think Chenny works for Allstate because you're safe in his hands. that little logo there. But great game to start us off there. Really dominant 13-1. Great showing. Sucks for Enloe. They're gonna have to go back to the drawing board, and I think that's gonna really hurt the rankings. So we'll see if they can continue moving on forward. But I don't really like their chances. But either way, great games, and I'm ready for the next couple.
Yeah, I'm ready for the next couple as well. I completely agree with you that on that one, Gator Melon. Our next matchup will be Enloe High versus Holly Springs High School. I believe it is going to be Holly Springs currently at 1-1 and Enloe High at 0-2, I believe is what it is.
I
So
think that's what the
we'll
graphic
be
said.
excited to see that one come through on the slate here. Hopefully, maybe seeing a little bit more of a closer matchup here between these two teams, seeing some more competitive Valorant on us coming our way. But that being said, a couple more matches coming up. We are going to send this one to a very quick break, as we will be right back with more action after this. some more VESL action. Once again, my name Deprive, joined alongside Gator Melon to continue to bring you tonight's Valorant coverage. We just covered a Green Hope High School win to advance the record to 3-0, and now we're heading in to Green Level High versus Holly Springs High School. What do you think about this one, Gator Melon?
If it's anything like the last one, we're gonna see somebody on Rays just bump mining in wherever they want to and getting as many kills as they want to. I mean, that was insane. I think they finished 28-6 or something insane like that. But I'm hoping for this game we'll get to at least two, one on each team of guys just fragging out, going back and forth. See some good back and forth Valorant here.
Yeah, I'd love to see that as well here. It is a little bit of an evener matchup when it does come to records. Holly Springs High School coming in at 1-1, and Green Level High coming in at 0-2 for this matchup. Holly Springs only dropped their one game to Enloe High though. Or no, not Enloe High, Green Hope High.
Green Hope. Okay.
Yeah, so that is one thing to mention. So Holly Springs currently 1-1 with their one loss coming to Green Hope High versus Green Level High. So the names can get a little bit confusing when you say them all together real quick like that. But Holly Springs High School coming through with a little bit stronger of a record. But Green Level High, you never know what the underdog can do. They can come through and surprise us all. And so we'll see. I feel like Gator Malone, whenever we are on here, I always like rooting for the underdog a little bit. Like no bias at all, but
100%.
just like I like seeing the underdog come through. And even if they don't find the win, even just making it a competitive game of Valorant makes it a lot more enjoyable here on our end on the desk. And even
100%.
bringing you the action back at home, it's a lot more exciting and entertaining of a game as well. So Green Level High, Holly Springs High School, like you said, you're hoping for some entertaining action, myself included in that. But without further ado, I don't think we need to talk all too much about this game. I think we can more or less kind of jump right into the swing of things. So we're going to previous game, and we saw a lot of it to be certain. I really like the KO. You got the KO for the flashes. You got your raise for your entry / duelist. You got the Clove with the self revive. She's the new agent. I mean, you got to be running the Clove. Personally, the Watcher really good for getting you that intel alongside the Sova. Typically, I don't think you really need a Sova and a Cypher, but I mean, truthfully, they're both very beneficial. Getting that information for you. The Sova really good on this map for the wall bangs alone, and the Cypher good for just getting information as well. But the Raze is going to be really nice to have as your entry. It's going to be a little bit more interesting on the defensive side for the Raze, just mainly throwing those paint shells and trying to blast back and just still find kills where you can. Maybe play a little bit more aggressive. But the flashes are going to be really useful as well. So I think Holly Springs actually has a really good attacking sided comp, where Green Level, they got the smokes on the Omen, they got the Cypher info, they got the Sova info, they got the flashes as well, and the KO and the Jet. I think it's a little bit better on the defensive side of things compared to Holly Springs. So we'll see how that one does play out here. I think the second half might be a little bit more exciting of this game than what we will see in the first half. But a very slow start here from the side of Green Level, actually. You don't typically see people play this passive over towards the B site, play it very slow. And look at that. That's what I'm talking about, right? They throw a little bit of util over towards A, or they just make a little bit of noise over towards A, and it's a full B site ready for the taking. They pretty much ran through B garage and was like, okay, nobody's here. Let's go A. and it's not going to work out in their favor because now a free site has been picked up for green level, and this is going to make things very difficult for Holly Springs. Yeah, I'm excited to see how the retake attempt is going to go.
Yeah, 5v5 retake coming in here. We've got 2 coming in from Market, 3 from Spawn. Obviously, green level's already dug in here. 1 just got spotted back there. There we go. Sniper, good pick here. He's KO on the entry. Got to worry about the main KO. He's got a good flank on. Nobody's looking at him. He can walk out here and get a couple of huge picks. And there we go. There's the first one. Good trades, 2v1, 1 back row, and there we go. And then green level takes it. Now, I wanted to step back for a second because I kind of forgot. What are our records on both?
Keep the momentum.
It is 1-1 and 0-2. I gotta go back and double check which one is which real quick. It is gonna be 1-1 for Holly Springs and 0-2 for green level. I'm fairly certain, but I could be incorrect in that regard. But I'm fairly certain.
Okay, I'll go off of it for now until we get fact checked, but that's totally okay. So, especially starting off that way, that was a pretty solid dominant pistol round. Now, I don't think they'll make that same mistake twice on Holly Springs. Well, they might here. They're leaving the KO alone on the A site, and now we've got that 5A stack. And this is what I was talking about. People, like, I'm really interested on how people deal with death balls, where you just group up and you all hit a site. I really liked green level having a lot of info gathering, but they're not even needing any info gathering. Holly Springs is literally just stacking on the wrong side of the site. They're trying to gamble stack and call out this death ball, but it's not like they just keep misreading it so far. So it can't keep continuing for a while. They're going to have to spread out, wait a little bit. But now here we are already in a retake scenario, 5v5 again. One of the rarest scenarios, in my opinion, is 5v5 retake. Juju up here waiting to get these frags, trying to flash through the smoke, but just pre-fire spam gets picked. Nader gets picked as well, with the assist coming from the Omen. We're breaking up the back door, and now we're focusing on attention.
1 enemy remaining.
Low HP, another good pick. There we go. Now at 5v1, and that's it. They mopped up with them.
We crushed them.
Yeah, it's going to be green level, picking up the first couple rounds. I mean, if you find the pistol on that first round, typically you do have a pretty good advantage coming into the second round just because you do have the Spectres, the Sheriffs. We see Nader coming through and finding 4 kills in that round 3. Or not just in that round, but in these first 2 rounds. 3 from the KO, looking sharp on both of those players as well. But I'd like to see a little bit more from Holly Springs Rays. I mean, you're the duelist here in that regard. I know it's tough in the second round pistols and the first round pistols as well, but now with the Judge, an interesting buy on the Rays, probably going to blast back in, play aggressive somewhere with that Judge. It's going to be over towards B, and it actually could work out pretty well. Or there's the paint shells, and those paint shells are actually pretty nice as well. Going to get some chip damage off as well. Cypher going to be tagged down. The Jet's going to dive in though, and the shotgun from close range will pay dividends. That is going to be Holly Springs here picking up a kill, but D's, Rick, and Nader answer right back right away with green level, finding a couple rounds now. Gonna be in the fire advantage as well. 4v3 right now against Holly Springs.
Yeah, here we are. Great setup. Run it back one more time. Not the 5v5 though, the 3v4 retake. I'm not sure if this one's doable, but like we said in the previous weeks, everybody goes for it anyway. And there we go. There's that clean pick from the close. KO to get the lockdown. Another pick there. Great picks here coming in. 3v2 now. All the way stuck. You know exactly where they're at. There we go. Another good pick. We swing. Good trade. KO's got to do a lot. And there we go. That's the round. Another good retake there from Holly Springs to bring this back. We're going to have a 2-1 scoreline now. We got some decent guns. This would be a chance for them to bring this back and get a little bit more confidence in themselves. Obviously, losing that pistol round, they're not really set to win the second one. It's great to win the second one, but once those guns come out, you got to pick up that third round. And that's exactly what they did. And now, let's see how they hold this defensive side.
Yeah, I'm excited to find out here how this side of Holly Springs will adjust after that round where they had, you know, that bonus weaponry and bonus economy compared to the side of green level. But green level back here with the full rifles in this one, so it is going to be pretty tough for Holly Springs. We do got the 4 Vandals, the Phantom, just going up against the Classic, going up against the Stinger, Sheriff. It's going to be a little bit interesting to see how this one plays out here right now. The side of green level fairly evenly split across this attacking sided push here as of right now as well. The KO Nashford actually forced to back up a little bit here. Just going to give the space over to green level. A swing looking to come through maybe soon over towards tree, but nothing coming through. Yeah, I know, right? They're just jiggling that door. We actually do see some damage come down as well, actually, though, onto Bonk. the Omen of green level. Oh yeah, bomb's going all the way over to B, and the thing is Holly Springs, this is the second time this has happened where they completely rotate off the site. I mean, it's a little bit better this time. There's still some presence over there, but there's the kill on the market, and now this is a full entry into B here. They just have to worry with the one player to the right, and that's the kill. A quick little trade, and you'll take that trade any day of the week, as now you are in the player advantage, you have full site control. Jiju will pick up one more, just looking great on this Jet with a 3K. Has found all of these kills in this round so far. Nashfort will find one back, but 3-on-2, and Jiju going for the ace. A 4K so far, but Daze Rick will find it. And green level will move on to a 3-1 scoreline. And honestly, thinking a little bit back, we might have seen green level as the 101 squad and Holly Springs in the 0-2. I'm not quite remembering. So just, I honestly have no idea. But if green level is the 101 squad, I mean, this is something that is like you could kind of see happening a little bit in the records, is just being a little bit stronger. Only loss being to that strong squad we saw just a second ago, Green Hope. But Holly Springs, they're playing pretty good and they're keeping this one close. The only thing that is really a big concern for me as Holly Springs is their economy has been weird this whole kind of game so far. We're 4 or 5 rounds into things right now, and even in this round, they're forced to buy a Bulldog and an Outlaw, and that's something I don't really you know, like seeing as much as we get into these later stages of the games, because that's when you really want to be able to either fully save or fully buy your rifles. But Nashfort, a lot of pressure into tree here on this KO. Shots ringing through, but nothing to connect, and nothing to be found here quite yet. That A presence is very slim, as everybody from green level making their way in, and that's been a big thing as well. Green level is making their way into these sites very quickly, getting this spike down very efficiently, doing a great job in that regard. And it's tough for Holly Springs to play defense against it. The door is shut now, and green level just setting up a post.
Get out of my way.
Oh, this is good. Okay, we've got 3v3 coming through door here. Post plant all set up, back A main. We got Sova up on the rafters. This should be interesting. This is actually really good. They've pushed off all the attackers on the side. They're taking site control. They're starting their defuse.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, they did. They got him off fight.
Clutch.
Oh my god, Ghosty Sidu got a 3K all of a sudden. What even happened?
That's the eco destroyed as well. That's going to be green level here now, up 4-1, and Ghosty Sidu up to 7-2, surpassing Jiju, saying, hey, guess what? A KO can be a duelist too every time and again. And honestly, KO is really nice because you can flash for yourself and just kind of like make your way in, and kind of like it's really good in 1v1s, and it's also good because you can go down and then you can get revived by a teammate as well, which is obviously very beneficial. But one thing that I got my eye on right now, Gator Melon, is there's 3 ults for both teams here right now. The Clove ult, which is the self-revive, the Sova, and the Cypher from Holly Springs. And green level's got the KO ult, got the Sova ult, got the Cypher ult, and now the Omen ult as well. Jiju will find the entry kill, and 4 ults for green level. They should have no problem securing this round with the ultimates and that player advantage they have. Hawk will find one as well. That'll put us to a 5-on-3. And honestly, green level, they shouldn't even invest any of these ults, only if it's needed. But now with Jiju finding that one, putting it to a 5-on-2, definitely save these ults. D's Rick will find one more, and we're into a 5v1, and no ults were used this round, even though we have 7 of them.
Out of
They're
charges.
just not ready for these fights right now. Green level.
Wow.
Speed, there we go. 5-man. Sorry, man. I don't think you're clicking that that poor little business fast enough.
I got their options.
Okay. Insane. Okay, so strong stuff from green level right now. They have really good executes. I'm really liking their lineups for their utility, and once they pop it and hit a site, they take it really well. I'm not sure what Holly Springs needs to do on their end here. It's just the one thing that I saw in that last round was they took the mid take, they came up cat, and they forced off Nashfort out of, I think that's tree or whatever, forced him out of there, and that left Cypher completely alone on that site. I feel like there at least needs to be 2 people like on that A site, and if you're only going to have 1 person over there, that second player just can't play deep tree. Like, they have to be able to get onto that site and help out, or at least get out there and rotate and get that heaven real quick so they can help out here. But these death balls are working really good. They're going into the Cypher, so we should get that early information. Raze and Clover in top mid right now. They've cleared out all of mid. They're pretty sure they're clear all of A. They know exactly where they are. If we don't capitalize on this information as Holly Springs, then this is going to be a tough set for us. So we've already got 2 trades coming in. 1 revive.
Last
There we
player
go.
standing.
Taking down Nashfort. There you go. Fragging Nashfort with the 3K. KO again. KO on the other side's getting 3K. KO and Holly Springs getting 3K. This is great. Back and forth Valorant. This is what I want. This is what I want to see. Now let's see them get a few more rounds on here. Don't give up this half quite yet. I'd love to see Holly Springs on their defensive side. Because isn't Ascent a bit more attacker sided? I feel like the rotations for the defenders are a little bit difficult, especially if they do this death ball strat.
Just goes here.
Yeah, so Ascend is actually defender sided. I mean, it depends on the level of play, right? And, you know, like you said, if we are going to be seeing these full site swarms, but it is defender sided at the end of the day. You can rotate pretty quick and safely through the CT spawn. Spartan will find that kill on the defensive side. And also, you can swing into Wine right here as well and just find those opening picks, kind of just like we just saw. So I think Holly Springs is not in too bad of a spot, but yeah, it is defender sided, which is going to put them in quite the pickle because Green Level, when they get to their own defense side. And like I said, Green Level also has a better defending comp, and I think Holly Springs is a better attacking comp. So we'll see how that plays out as well. But that being said, Nader gonna rush through, finds one, the KO goes down, and that's Green Level into a 4-on-3 player advantage here now. Make it a 4-on-2 as Jiju will find one as
One
well.
enemy remaining.
And go see Sidu finding one of their own right. Jiju picks up another, a 6-2 the score line after 8 rounds.
Jiju's doing great. I can already see if Green Level versus was it Green Hope? I can't remember their exact name, but I can see how they took that loss. But I can see how that game went. It's just probably Jiju and what's his name? Piggy Lover probably going head to head. This Jet's finding some really good picks. I know they're not really topping the leaderboards right now, and Ghosty Sidu's doing a good job there too. But Ghosty's had a lot more multi-kills, and Juju's had a lot more of those openings that are actually giving up that site. This Holly Springs defense has been incredibly aggressive in my opinion. We're seeing Raze and Clove basically push everything off the rip, and they're kind of leaving that into the side up to whoever's going to play.
Yeah, we'll see how that further develops coming into this one, but it's going to be another one of these A storms coming through here from Green Level as they look to captivate this site, and that's going to be some early utility coming down. Spartan to respond with some share of shots as well, will connect, and that's Nader pretty low on the Sova for now, and Jiju will get tagged down a little bit as well, but the shots will land on the Vandal, and Jiju just connecting on the head all game long here from the same position on A, constantly finding those headshots, and it's gonna now land us into a 5-on-4. But I will say, Green Level, the Sova, the Cypher, the Omen, the Jet, 4 players all are at half HP or less, and that is gonna be a bit of an interesting side of things here. We do have the spike down from Green Level that is gonna make things interesting for Holly Springs. They gotta start moving soon, but Nader and Zedric, they find a couple kills, and that is gonna be the Clove going down as well. Sova going to find one back onto the Jet, being Jiju, but Ghosty Sidu quick for a trade, and Green Level will move on to 7-2 here throughout these first 9 rounds. And honestly, it's off the backbone of Jiju and Ghosty Sidu, but everybody on the side of Green Level is doing some work, and I don't think that's something that I'm not saying that we don't see that too often here in these high school games, but I'm saying like it's just looking a lot more consistent than what we've seen, you know, in these previous weeks, where every single person on Green Level is contributing very like accordingly.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that actually has to do with how Holly Springs keeps rotating on this map. I'm noticing so many aggressive peaks everywhere, and it's just Green Level just knows that they have to constantly be aware, because Holly Springs is just going to keep peeking them and keep running at them. We've got a split take here. Jet's trying to create some space over on A. They're trying to pull rotations. So far, Holly Springs has struggled to get these retakes, and now we're about to get a free site walking out for Cypher and Omen here.
Yeah, it's going to leave us now to a 5-on-4. Green Level currently in the driver's seat of this one. Cyphers both have the ults on both sides of things, and then we do have the Jet and Omen ult for Green Level, so that will make things for Holly Springs, especially, will make things tough for them, especially considering it's already a 5-on-4, and the spike is getting planted and will go down from Bonk. Going to put us into a pretty good spot if you are from the side of Green Level here right now. Some share of shots trying to ring through here from the back line of Holly Springs. Yeah, I love it. You feel like a cowboy. Real life cowboy. But that's going to be Phoenix finding a nice little kill there coming through for Holly Springs. Evens up the numbers to 4-on-4, but these ults is what I'm really worried about here from them, and that That Sova ult was so nice as Bonk will find the wall bang through the
player
site
standing.
and onto the player. Rick and Nate are finding 2 more kills following that. Bonk looking for more on the wall bang. All that's left is the Sova from Holly Springs, and it's not looking too easy. Down to minimal HP, and the Cypher knows exactly where this player is now with that tripwire going off. Sova looking to cut off the play, and it works. Rick will pick up the kill, and Green Level moving up 8-2 and shutting down the save coming through from Holly Springs as well. Very nicely done from Green Level to put them to an 8-2 advantage in these first 10 rounds of the game. Only 2 more to go on this first half before sides flip.
Just a little bit to go there. I really like the decision to save. I don't know why he chose to run through mid though, when running through spawn probably would have been the safest option. But if in all honesty, in the last 3 weeks of us playing, I think that was the first save attempt that I've ever seen casting with you.
That's right.
So I thought that was a crazy one to point out because we talked about that earlier. But here we go, going into round 11 here. We've got 2 more rounds left for Holly Springs to maybe potentially bring this half a little bit closer. We'll see what they can cook up. Obviously, they have that attacker side of comp, so we're going to see how they do on the attacking side. Oh, sandwich already at the door. Not much you can even really do about that. Ray's leaving here. That's a free site for A. This is going to be another retake situation, 4v5. We've got our Sova and our KO coming from the backside here. KO's going to be awaiting them with open arms in that tree area. This 4v5 is going to be super interesting. They got to get this round. They got to fight for this. Get this opening pick. That's a 1-for-1 trade. That's not the best here because now we're in 3v4. We got 2 coming through there. There's another open trade. 2v4. This is going to be really difficult. Good picks there.
Last player standing.
Like the trades. 1v3. This is going to be a really unfortunate scenario for Furious. He's got to do his best. Is he going to try and save in this scenario? Like, it's tough. I don't know what the economy is because even if you save, this is probably just a hero AK for your fragger. But we have anybody fragging out on Holly Springs side, and Rick goes there and chase down Furious and stops that save attempt again.
Last round
Yeah, the
before
save
the
attempts
switch.
will be shut down, and the economy will be getting stacked here from the side of Green Level, up 9-2 here, and now it's starting to be a bit of a runaway game here for Green Level Gator Melon. I mean, we saw this with Green Hope in the last game where they, they started to run away with that half. I think it was 11-1 was the end of the half score there for our last game, and now we're looking at 9-2, so a little bit better than what we saw in our previous one there. But I mean, if Green Level finds this round and brings it to a 10-2 half, that could spell disaster for Holly Springs going into the second half of things, especially with this map being defender-sided. I will say, like I've mentioned, Holly Springs does look like they have a little bit better of a defending side or an attacking sided comp, where Green Level looks like they have a bit better of a defending sided comp. But that being said, it's anything can change. Rick finds an early 1 and 2 actually before the trade comes through. Clove was really hoping they could find that trade a little bit sooner, and it's now a 4-on-3 player advantage for Green Level. But you do have the Clove in a pretty good position to try to come through and cut off a couple of these players. The door is going to be shut, but will quickly be broken, and Jiju just waiting here. The KO ult does come through here from Holly Springs to try to shut this one down. The judge will find Jiju, and now a 3-on-3. This is a lot more winnable, but look at the post-plant setup from Green Level. They're just completely playing back, and they got this locked down completely. I mean, they got the KO down. The revive will come through. The defuse is going to get initiated, but they can just ping the bomb. They can ping the spike. There's no problems at all. They're just all going to play post plants from wide. So many revives coming through on these players, but it doesn't matter because Bonk finds 3 and Goshi Sidu finds 1, and that is going to be Green Level finding the round. The post plants were just too strong. Doesn't matter the ults that were used. Everybody using their ults in that final round, and a 10-2 score line is what we will end off on, as Green Level in the advantage as they flip over to the defense side. It is pistol round, and Holly Springs, they definitely need it.
Oh, they need this pistol so bad. They need this pistol to get some momentum, get some courage back in, because their first 2 rounds, they got super early on, and that was when Green Level wasn't quite super situated just yet on their attack, but then they got really comfortable. And yeah, it's been pretty diverse on that side. We've got 3 players over 10 kills doing a really good job. I think their trading and their structure has been really good, and it's just the rotations and decisions of where to fight the map was just a little off, I think, on the Holly Springs side. They really just needed to focus on the extremities. They kept trying to fight for mid, and it resulted in them getting either really late flanks or no flanks at all. Good opening pick there from the Rays with the Sheriff. Amazing decision to buy Sheriff on pistol. But, we do what we do. We're here to win games. We're here to click heads. Sova backside trying to get this good information. And like you were saying, this green level comp does seem a bit more defender sided, and I really like how the amount of info gathering that's on here. I mean, as a CS player, if I had more ways to gather info, I think it'd be a very different game on how you can approach it, where you can build your strats. But getting this information early lets you know where people are at, what you can do, and how you can abuse it. If you've got a good mind for it, you can figure out how to use that utility properly. But
yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, I'm excited to see how this one will progress, and we do have a player advantage for Holly Springs. We're really going to use that here now as they do find another kill on the Bonk. Bonk was having a great round on the previous, but going down in this one will definitely help out the side of Holly Springs. They find a couple more kills in the backline. Phoenix actually having a great round before going down, and the Rays will find one for Holly Springs as well. Brings us now to a 10-3 score line, and Holly Springs will bring this one back in with striking distance a little bit further, especially now considering they will have a much stronger buy. Unless we do see green level decide to force here. I see Juju buying a Sheriff and light armor. But ultimately, Holly Springs should have a massive advantage when it comes to their economy compared to green level, especially in round number 2 here. As green level looks to save for this upcoming round, Juju will actually change that buy to a no armor scout. So we'll see if that can find any value. But that being said, other than that, it's just a full save coming from the team. And Holly Springs looks to push into the B site where they're going to run into Nader. Nader finds some good damage. Ghosty C will actually find 2 with the pistol. The Ghost will get some damage at the end of the day. The Sheriff will connect on Ghosty C, puts us down to a 3-on-3. The health advantage in favor of green level, but the weaponry advantage heavily in favor of Holly Springs.
Yeah, weapon advantage for Holly Springs for sure. Calling us off, doing a little bit of a rotate, but big gamble rotate coming in from the Jet and Cypher, which is a really good call. The Jet's going to try and retake mid, try to get a little bit of information. They think this A side is free. They're trying to figure out what's going on. Cypher gets the early information, stays tucked for now. Let's see if it gets clear.
No peeking.
Smoke goes, drops off a heaven. Here comes the swing, not looking. Oh, Cypher can swing out. Oh, doesn't see the Clover and unfortunately gets traded, but Bomb did stop the plant. Plant coming down again. This Marshall and the key. See if we can hit some big hits. The door's not coming down. They're going to try and swing. They should be a 3-2-1 swing. Some good utility and immediate pick there coming from the Clove. Nice headshot from Phoenix. Or Phone 1. I think that's actually what the name is. Am I wrong? Oh no, I don't even know how to pronounce that. Fion 1, I do you. Fieni? I don't know. It is what it is, but
Phoenix. I've just been saying Phoenix because I think that's a, kind of like what it is. It says like Phoenix and #1 Phoenix NA is kind of like I think what it's like trying to like say, but I don't know. 10-4 the score line, and we got a closer game on our hands here at Gatormel, and that's what I'm excited for. Back-to-back rounds have been picked up from Holly Springs, but this is going to make things a lot harder now that green level has those rifles compared to Holly Springs. Holly Springs still using the guns they had in the previous round, where green level they've invested into Odins and whatnot. And look at this Nader. Oh, if only he was spraying. I mean, he sprayed at the beginning. You can see the bullet holes in the wall, but wasn't picking up anything afterwards. Now the Sova, the only player really on B here. This is a solo B play, which is fairly interesting. This recon is going to get a lot of info. Yep, he's going to be like, guys, I would appreciate some help over here. It's going to back up. Bonk finds 1. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Phoenix picking things up lately, finding that kill on the Bonk, and now 4 versus 4 is what we're left with here. A minute left on the round, so a lot of time to work with still, as we do see this one rotate a little bit over back towards mid. They were a little bit too scared of that Sova with the Odin in the back line. KO has moved over to B as well. Jet playing in mid, and Jet gonna rotate back over to A. I mean, this is interesting. Green level kind of just waiting to see where Holly Springs is going to come from. Holly Springs playing this one very slow, and the Rays is actually going to say, hey guys, I heard a lot of them rotate off of B. Why don't we come hit B now? Sova's still here.
30 seconds
but
left.
Jet's not too close, and nobody else is close at all. And here's the entry starting to come through. Luckily, that will be the Sova able to find 1, but the trades come through quickly. And this is a player advantage for Holly Springs, and they will be able to get the spike down.
My turn.
Oh yeah, here we go. Setting up our post. And Cypher trying to come up here. 2v2 retake. This is doable. Odin spam coming in. Furious picked it up. Let's see if he can do something with this. We got 2 people on site. We're doing a split take here. Immediate first pick. There we go. Spamming through the wall. The Cypher's tagged down a little bit. This is doable. KO with the flash. Comes in. Low HP. And there we go. Good pick up by Ghosty. Have the full HP. I didn't realize that our Cypher on Holly Springs was that low. So it was back at 20 HP. So that would be really hard.
Yeah, definitely not an easy one there, as we do see the side of Green Level now currently up 11-4. They are striding this one towards match point here now, and they are bringing this one to a point where Green Level is saying, hey, we're just going to use this round advantage we built up and made this one 10-2. You know, we're going to try to just carry this one over now into the end of the game. Up 11-2 here, and with the buys coming into this round, Holly Springs will have a bit of a better buy, I would say, with the 4 rifles and the Judge compared to the Bulldog, the Odin, and the Sheriff. I mean, the Odin's a good gun, but the Bulldog and the Sheriff rather on the side of Green Level. But we'll see. It all comes down to the play here. It all doesn't come down to the weapons. And honestly, Holly Springs has been playing their attacking slide very passively compared to what we've seen from most teams on Ascent.
Yeah, they've been running a lot of 2-3 splits, a couple of death balls to just kind of start things off, and that's when they're usually low guns. So they're really trying to feel out for some of these picks and see what they can get, but to be honest, Green Level is just not kind of exposing themselves that much. Doing a lot of jiggle peeks, just trying to get some good information. So far, it looks like it's going to be a mid-hit. KO hasn't spotted too much. Spotted one. You see him falling back, and now the Omen's playing a little bit behind the smoke. I wonder if they have some type of cheeky angle that they're on. Drop the blind. Jet's here to receive. They've got him pretty much cornered very well. Cypher has the trap on him. Cypher's holding it back for them, but they're pretty much pinned in near market. This is definitely going to finish B. They don't have to worry about anything being made, even though they didn't clear it, so they won't know that they don't have to worry about it. Omen getting picked back now. Cypher picking up another one. Good trade coming in from Nashfort. Nader picks up another one here.
B.
It's a 4v1. This is going to be difficult. Nashfort here, and there we go. Another pick. Yeah, they're just losing too many bodies too quick on these early picks from the defender sides. They're just going so slow.
Match point.
Greenville is just kind of swinging and finding all the picks that they want to. The economy's got to be toasted at this point. It's 12-4. I mean, what do you want to see with them do with this play to see if they can't bring this back? They obviously can't play this slow. They can't play this slow, picky style anymore. At this point, it's got to be some type of death ball comp somewhere.
Yeah, I think they just got to blast back with the Raze, try to get a bit of an entry going, and then follow it up with, you know, KO flash into the site, blast back with the Raze in, use the Sova utility to try to gain some information over towards this A site. I don't know. It's tough though, right? Because it's you're forced buying to full this round, but the buy is not that strong for Holly Springs. This could very well be Green Level just closing things out right now and making this a 13-4 game and, you know, capping it off there. But we'll see what happens here right now as we do see Holly Springs slow it down once again. I think they're just a little bit nervous here. They don't want this game to just end right now, but I think playing aggressive was definitely the call. Gator Melon, GG will find that first pick, and then the Omen smoke is going to slow them down. Those Cypher tripwires are going to make things very difficult. He sprays through the smoke, does a little bit of damage to Spartan, and that's going to make things tough for Holly Springs. Down a player, and a little bit of damage getting picked off you as well. Yeah, Spartan lost 27 shield and 13 HP. That's 40 health gone from that bullet. Makes things tough.
Now they're rotating off, but they're splitting, but they're a man down.
Oh.
And then you move. Your whole job was to sit there and wait for the push. Juju getting 2 great picks on 2 other sides of the map. Nashford coming in, getting a good trade back. This is a 3v4. They really just need to play very explosive right now.
30 seconds left.
Or the Cypher gets put down.
Last player standing.
Oh, wow.
There it is.
That's an
Defenders
ace.
I didn't even realize.
Game out.
Yeah, I mean, he was close to one earlier in the game, I believe. He got the 4K, or somebody did. But Juju picks up the ace, ends it off. That's a 13-4 win there for the side of, what was it? Was it green?
Green level.
Green level,
green.
yeah, green level. A lot of greens here tonight.
A lot of green. Green means go.
Yeah, green means go here. Green Level High will find their win, and I believe that moves them to 2-1, if I am not correct. So that is a nice little performance coming through from them. We still have one more best of one this evening. Wake Young Men's Leadership Academy versus Panther Creek High School is our last game on the day. Both teams coming into that matchup at 0-2 records. Both teams searching for their first win as we do near playoffs in these coming weeks. Very excited to see how that one will end up playing out. But Gator Melon, any final thoughts on that game?
I really like the confidence coming in from I already forget the name. I'm sorry, Holly Springs. I really like the confidence that they're coming in. They weren't doing too bad. They had one person that was struggling pretty hard, and so it kind of felt like that 4v5. And you'd really like to see them have those rotations a little bit earlier on that side, on that weaker side. But once you gave up, what was it, almost a 10-2 half, something insane like that. Once you give that up, and then they get on their confident side, it was good job trying to get a couple rounds back. But you'd have to snowball a lot of momentum there to bring that one back. And a good job closing it out from Green Level there.
Yeah, very nicely done there from this side of Green Level. But without further ado, we can probably send it into our quick little break here before we come back with more action, that being between Wake Young Men's Leadership Academy and Panther Creek High School. Like I said, both teams searching for a win. Be right back. We will cover the action from there in a few. Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to some more VESL action. Once again, my name Deprive, still joined alongside Gator Melon, still the same faces that have been here for the past games. But that being said, we got our last matchup of this evening coming our way. Another best of one, of course. Wake Young Men's Leadership Academy versus Panther Creek High School. I was saying this before, both teams 0-2 coming into this one. Playoffs just around the corner. Both teams desperately searching for their first win this evening. And I'm excited to see how this one goes here. Any opinions on this one coming up?
Man, in opinions, I mean, I've wanted 2 longer games the last couple games that we've gotten. If we're gonna finish on this trend with going games real quick, then I just want to see another one. I want to see another player who's just feeling himself today, get some confidence back in their rosters, and hopefully bring them back into playoff contention. Because this is where it starts. This is where you got to take one game and go into it. I'm pretty sure both of these teams have taken a loss to Green Hope. They seem like the dominant favorites to come out of here, so this is definitely a fight for second place. Whoever can get these first couple wins, you have a chance of getting up there. It just depends on who's you beat. So I'm just interested to see. Maybe I'd like to see a different map. Maybe go back to Ascent or whatever. It's whatever these teams want to decide. But I just want to see some good Valorant. I just want to see something dominant. I want to see something quick.
Yeah, I'm excited to find out here coming into this matchup. But with that being said, I mean, one more time, Gator Melon. I know I've asked you this every single time. You got any score predictions coming this one? Anyone you think is going to take this 0-2 matchup?
Man, so we had a 13-1, a 13-4. I mean, I'll just split the difference. We'll go like 13-3. I want to see I want to see this men's academy take it. I want to see them go. That's something I'm
For the entry, you got the fade there for that fade utility for the marks and whatnot. You got the sky for the flashes, and you got the cipher for the information. A lot of fragging power is going to have to go on the backbone of this Raze being a Vikesta. For the side of WYMLA, on the other side of things, you got the Clove, which is a bit of an all-arounder. You got those little smokes, and you got the self-revive, which will help. The Reyna, like I said, comfort pick, kind of duelist, kind of you can play on your own and, just get those frags. The Sage, though, very supportive, will be giving a lot of heals onto the Reyna and onto the Jet. The Breach as well will be useful. But one thing I am noticing is you don't really have too many smokes on the side of WYMLA, as you do have just those Jet smokes coming through, but those aren't gonna help you all too much. So we'll see how this one does go for them. They have the Sage Wall at least to work with, and they do have the Clove smokes, I guess you do have as well. So we'll see how this one pans out. But that being said, we're headed back to Bind, which is where we took place actually on our first map of the day.
Yep. Yeah, I'm very interested to see how they apply these smokes because obviously that jet smoke doesn't last very long, and I'm not too familiar with the clove smoke quite yet, but it seems like we're going to have some good entry potential coming from that breach and that Reyna trying to create space for that jet to dash in, and then Sage to keep up anybody up after that first initial attack or during that first phase of the game. See if we can't get somebody together. And Clove obviously keeping that self revive going strong, and then the smokes. I'm interested to see how this fade does work though, because that's one of my friend's current favorite characters to play, just because of the info gathering and potential that they can do on their own, just kind of standalone. So I'll be excited to see how Vital does in this. But like you were saying before, Vix is going to have a lot of fragging weight on their shoulders right now, because a lot of this is support and info gathering to set up those two, that raise and that fade, in my opinion.
Yeah, we'll see how that one does pan out. We do have a little bit of an abnormal long loading screen coming our way for this bind game on North Virginia servers. But that being said, we got a lot of time to talk about it. We got the Deprive and Gator Melon show. We are headed to the game now, so unfortunately, the show will have to end early this evening.
Greatest show ever.
But that being said, we got 30 seconds here till this round gets underway. Pistol round going to be the one here for these two teams as they both lock in and try to search for those wins. Like I mentioned, it's going to be YWMLA starting on the attacking side of things with Panther Creek on the defense side of things to start things off for this evening. That raise from Panther Creek, I'm very excited to see how it will transition into the attacking side because this raise on the attacking side of Bind, we all know about it from Piggy in our first game of the day there. But I'm interested to see how the Jet and the Reina go on the attacking side for WYMLA as they initially go for this B site on their pistol round. All 5 members trying to use that numbers to
Jet
their
is in
advantage.
Swamp.
And that is a problem. That is definitely a problem. So it's going to be a 4v2 on the entry over towards this initial site with no Jet, but you do make it a 4-on-4. You do get the kill on the swag check. Hopefully, Jet will be able to come back here in the near few seconds. But the 5-on-4 advantage has been gained for WYMLA technically. And now there's a bit of a flank coming through from Rays, though, into Hookah. The Sage wall was pretty massive, though, onto the CT side, forcing 2 of these players to come from elbow, which was slowed. So the Sage's utility not going unnoticed, very nicely placed as well. And the Raider knows one is on the other side of this ice wall. Vixta will find one on the Rays. Like I mentioned, the Rays needs to find that fragging power, and we're seeing it. But Rose finds one back. Vixta finds 2 from the Frenzy, and Vital will pick up 1 as well. And that is going to be 4 kills coming through. It's just the Jet left, and the Jet is AFK. This is a smelling disaster for WYMLA. The 4 players trying to do what they can, but it's really tough when the Jet's just back there. And you don't really have a duelist. It's your duelist coming down to it as well. I mean, you have your Reina, but like you really want the Jet for those entry kills, especially being on the attacking side. Rose will call a timeout, and we should have the Jet in a few moments. That the Jet being like gone for this round probably had something to do with the abnormally long loading screen as well.
Yeah, probably just didn't quite make it into the game. But even in that case, I feel like we should have had a restart. I don't quite know the ruling on it and how it goes, but hey, they almost took it. They came into the site, they got that first entry, they made it a 4v4, so they made it possible. Panther Creek obviously just had a little bit stronger of that rotate coming in and having a good solid retake. And we saw that Fade use a lot of really good utility to get that information, end up finding those last 2 picks. Other than that, like, yeah, we got to get this Jet back here together. Hopefully it was just a tech issue. Hate to see AFKs or crashes in general. It's always unfortunate, but it's the nature of the game, you know. We can't have it work all the time, but as long as it doesn't happen in important moments, you should be good. But obviously, starting off the game, that really hurts your tempo.
Yeah, that is exactly it here right now. But we are back into the swing of things, back from the timeout, and the Jet is here. The Jet is running. I see it. There we go. WYMLA back to full force here on the playing field as we do see the aggressive pressure initially sent towards B here for the side of Panther Creek. It looks like they're going to go for a B hit. There is only 2 players on that B site, being the Cypher and the Sky. So I'd like to see how this one does turn out. That being said, we're going to see these players start to kind of make their entry here right now. They got to be careful of the flank because these 3 players from A could very easily take the teleporter and flank into Hookah. That is exactly what the Rays did in the last round. But Tower for the first kill with the Scout, make it a second as well. There's not a whole lot of armor on these players, so the Scout can just do wonders. Finding 2 kills already and a lot of damage being dealt on a Flying Tiger as well. That is not going to make things easy. Swagcheck does find 1, but Vital quick for a trade makes this a 4-on-2. Panther Creek here looking to take this advantage to a 2-round lead. It's tough here on the round after pistols, right? I mean, because we talk about it time and time again, the economy is just not in their favor. Vixta will pick up the last 2 with the Judge, and that's going to be a 2-0 lead picked up from Panther Creek as well as WYMLA here in the struggle bus early on in this game, but they're going to answer back, and they're going to have some rifles in this upcoming round. They have a few Phantoms, a couple Vandals, and the Spectres mixed in there as well.
Yeah, this is the round for them to take back 100%. This one's huge. Same like in the last game, you got to get that 3rd round. If you gave it the first 2, if you want to keep this a little bit marginally even, because once that money starts to run dry, it gets real hard to get it back and get some of these rounds back that you really need. I was really surprised to see Vixta sitting there lurking. That was a really good play by them. It seemed pretty obvious, but it didn't correlate in my head for some reason. So we got a 3v. This looks like is there 2 people here? No, there's just 1 person here playing with the shorty, trying to get the early pick. The slow comes
Oh,
through.
the shots to the smoke. They're all going to land. Look at him, 1 HP, but he finds the kill to the smoke tower. We'll pick up Rose. Flying Tiger had the right idea. All you had to do was keep on shooting, and Rose will answer back. But man, oh man, Panther Creek picks up a player advantage from something I wasn't really expecting. Tower was the player who I expected to go down in that fight, not Rose, and now WIMLA is sitting here saying, what do we do? That is just so confusing. I was sitting in a smoke and I got shot with a shotgun.
Oh yeah, no, and I'm surprised they didn't hear the tags and just keep spamming to see if they can confirm that kill, but that's just really unfortunate. Maybe that's Sage slow is one thing that really messed him up a little bit there, because it was Sage the one that got picked, and that slow just covered up so much space that they couldn't quite swing on him. Vixta, there you go with the judge again, just holding it down. We got 2 here, another pick from Vixta. Trying to pull her out some util, but Pegasus.
The good old bait and switch.
Oh yeah, Vixta swings, spamming, another bait and switch. Oh. There we go. Get the refrag, get the better gun, take another fight, and there's the Jet. Not the Jet, that's the Fade. I don't know why I thought that was Jet. That's my bad.
Yeah, Chicani got the damage at least, to able to take away a bit of that economy from Panther Creek, but Panther Creek has a ton of money to work with, and Tower is buying a scout like optionally. Like, he has the money to buy the to buy whatever you desire. You have the money for an op, but you instead decide to go for the scout. An interesting choice. I mean, hey, you do you. But that being said, we got a few Vandals, a Bulldog, and a scout for the side of Panther Creek, and then the WIMLA buy is a little bit interesting as well. They got a scout, a couple specters, a couple pistols. I think it's a little bit more of a half buy coming through. We'll see how this one does pan out. But Vixta gonna find the first kill. Chickenoni gonna find one back. Says, hey, I can scout too. Gonna be left to a 4-on-4 here now. The Fade utility gonna come out though. Gonna slow down Chickoni. Gonna be sending out some bullets and just forced to reload, playing this one a little bit more passive. 2 scouts actually on the side of WIMLA, by the way. And then there's another scout on the side of Panther Creek. So maybe this is just the game of scouts, but currently a 3-0 lead has been gained, and some shots ring through, and Vital will find 2 kills. Rose and Flying Tiger going down. Pegasus picks up 1 more on Sir. And that is now a 4-on-1, all left to the Clove. Ciccone spotted, shot, and they know exactly where Ciccone is located. They're hunting for the kill. You see the Brim consistently running for a flank. The first kill coming through from Ciccone. Looking for this next one here, but the player actually going behind as well. The shots come through from Ciccone, almost finding the last, but that is going to be Vital picking up a 3K. Ciccone also had a 3K. Both players having 3Ks, but the round will go in favor to Panther Creek to extend their lead now to 4-0, and their economy is absolutely phenomenal as well.
Flying Tiger still a bit AFK here, hasn't quite posted up a frag since coming back into the server, and Sir Sin, I'm gonna call it that, Sir Sin, 0-4 a little bit too. This little bit of struggling here. Delicate's not having the best game either too, but it doesn't seem like he's actually having to fight too much, because he's that Cypher holding down that anchor. Doesn't really have to worry about anything until they take a hit on his site, but by the time they take that hit, there's always a good rotate, it seems like. Good opening pick from Rose H210. That's really what you want to see. Have this Cypher alone. Now you got to get through this util as the rotate comes in. I feel like I'm missing a player. No, Fade's still on A site, holding down the anchor. Now we know they're all in sight. There's a good pick from Delicate. If we can get one more, this is huge. Getting a little bit of information. Vixta with the trade. Vixta with another one. Immediate revive coming from the Clove. Clove going to chase down. It looks like Pegasus is going to pick. Now we're at 3v2. Okay, 3v1. Reyna's struggling back here. Gets the first pick. Fades out. Waiting for the next play. Doesn't have bomb though, it doesn't seem. So bomb lost outside of the edge of Huko. They're gonna Swagcheck is gonna have to fight their way back into this one. Cypher relocating on the other side. Looks like he's going towards Huko to cover the bomb. Brim holding from the elbow angle. This is going to be a pretty dangerous crossfire if they're watching the right things. Reloading, getting set up in place. Swagcheck waiting out this boost. See how they use their util to get back into the site and maybe take this 1v2.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do here for it. Swag
30
checks.
seconds left.
Trying to get one on the board here for WYMLA. The bomb is down, which makes things tough. The Cypher utility has been shot. They spot the Cypher, but the swing from both of them will definitely make it tough. Cypher does some damage, but Pegasus will go and clean things up for Panther Creek. Helps push them to that 5-0 mark here, and it's looking like another one of those dominant games here kind of coming through. 3 ults right now have been picked up from Panther Creek as well. They have a lot to use coming into these next couple rounds. Swag Check does have that Reyna ult to work with, which could be a game changer. But the Jet off to a slow start. I mean, we saw the AFK start, and then coming in to these later rounds, I mean, I'd like to see a little bit more from the Duelist. The 0-4 start is not something you'd like to see too much. And these force buys, I'd rather see the side of WYMLA save a round rather than just force buying up every single round than, you know, actually saving and being able to get a full rifle buy coming into these upcoming rounds. But that being said, it is going to be a reset on the battlefield, and we do have Panther Creek. One of those players is just scouting tower all game long, so we'll see how that one pans out as well. But a 5-0 score line and a slower start to round number 6 here, as we do see Flying Tigers start to entry now a little bit more towards this site, but nothing to be broken into quite yet. Panther Creek still playing lockdown defense, 2 players in showers, and you got the Rays over in U-Haul playing that close range frontline defense. The slow will come through. That will really help entry into the site. I'm surprised they aren't pushing off this a little bit more. Util ready to come through, and it's like, oh, you just gotta go. You gotta make your way into sight. Pegasus will find one with the ult, and that is now gonna be Rose, not able to find anything on the initial break, just holding this angle. But the Race is gonna get great timing as Rose will go down from the shotgun. The Scout will not be able to connect from Swag Checked, and now a 5-on-2. Panther Creek looking to find a 6th round.
Yeah, running away with this one right now, finding all the frags that they want to, no issues.
30 seconds left.
We got to see some better trades coming out here. The entry was a little strange, just kind of walking out there, a little bit too concerned about the util to deal with the people swinging. Vix is doing a good job creating some space here and parked himself real close, or Breach, my bad. Breach immediate trade. 12 on her own. Try to get a little smoke down. Oh, you got to get this frag. Don't get caught here. Just swing. Oh, and got caught with utility out. Flawless round coming in there. That was a tough one. They haven't had a good job spraying through these smokes trying to kill them. They're getting Matrix through there, but that's a 6-0 start. That's the half already tied up. Anything more that you get out of Panther Creek here is just, it's brownie points at this point. You know, 6-6 is usually where I think everybody's trying to end, and then you try to get your pull away. But this could easily end in a 12-0 if we don't see anything step up a little bit more from the side of WYMLA. I think they're missing a W in that name. I think it's WYMWLA. But looking at them, we got to find some picks here. Flying Tiger, Certain having a really hard time. Chaconi is doing a good job trying to, oh my god.
The collateral. Oh my god, the one-time tower actually does buy an off. You will find the collateral with it. We do see the revive come through tower, looking for the pick off that revive, not able to find it. So at least you do get, oh my goodness, tower! He finds Reyna because Reyna stepped on the fountain and poked their head up a little bit. They were able to like lift their body up because they stepped on the fountain, and it results now in madness. It's gonna be a 6-0 scoreline and a 4-on-3 player advantage gain for Panther Creek, and it's already a 3K gain from the sky because the revive came through and they got another kill from it. So a great start for Panther Creek once again. WYMLA, that is not the start you were looking for. You're like, all right, guys, let's show some presence down B long. We haven't really went there all too much. And then guess what? It's the op coming through. Going to find a lot of collateral damage. Not fully checking the corner. Pegasus finds 2. Make it a 3rd. And Panther Creek will tack on a 7th round to their score line here. Now up 7-0. And Pegasus just ratting in the corner. We'll be able to find a whole lot of value from it.
Yeah, Flying Tiger able to pick up a kill that round, but it was just a 1-for-1. But they got a lot of good progress there. Certain seems to be having a hard time right now too, which is it's totally okay, totally understandable. It happens, but we got to find a way to bounce back. We've already lost our half. We're down 7-0 right now. Got to figure out like how. I haven't seen a timeout yet. I think a timeout may have came out in like some of the earlier rounds, but I may be wrong.
But
here.
yeah, a timeout did come. A timeout came out in round 2, but that was just because the Jet was AFK. That was the only reason why we saw that timeout come into play. So.
They took their own timeout.
Paint shells. That paint shell. I think you get 1 timeout a half, so, or maybe even 2. So they definitely did not take out their only timeout. But that being said, it is going to now leave us into this 5-on-4 situation here right now for the side of WYMLA, but a couple trades will come through, puts us into a 4-on-3 as Panther Creek remains the player advantage. Vital sends out that utility, hunts towards this Chicone, but not going to be able to find anything, just getting some more information. And honestly, WYMLA, I feel like they found themselves in this exact position time and time again here, as it's once again going to be just, these three players just sitting right outside of showers, just kind of having to play passive right now and play it a little bit slower.
Yeah, they're always down a man or two, which is really hard on your attacking side, especially when you're trying to make space. I like this call to death ball a little bit because now you're bringing numbers to a understack site, 3v2, but you got to find this first pick. Vital's low, good spam. I don't know what you saw, but I'll take it.
Before the smoke went down, they saw a little bit of the shoulder.
Okay.
Oh, Vikes the ult.
Ooh, ult paint nade's really good. How much damage does that do to Breach? Breach is low
No
here.
time.
Player standing.
Yeah, that's spiked down.
Spike down.
Yeah, no, that's no time at all. They should have moved quickly off of that first pick, but they're still in bathroom.
Oh no, the knife! The BM from Panther Creek comes through tower, picks up a knife kill, advances this advantage now to 8-0, and Vikesta and Vital combining right now for 24 and 5, looking very good between the two of them. Even then, Pegasus 9 and 5, 7 and 2 on tower. Delegate's only 1 and 3, 4 engagements through 8 rounds, just because simply Delegate's playing that Cypher utility, playing his job, and at the end of the day, once he sets up his utility, plays his job, and plays for info, he doesn't need to go play aggressive like these rest of these other players, doesn't need to go find these frags. He's playing his supportive role, and it's working.
Yeah, it's working very well. He hasn't had to do much. A good early pick again by Tower. They're just walking into these util dry. Sky to flash off to try and get back, but we've got Blades here on Flying Tiger. I don't know if they popped him quite yet, so we'll see if they're using him. I see the gust of wind around him for the ability. Op here on the mid side. I really like seeing the op. I like seeing the op work, because in all the games that we played, nobody's really run it except for like maybe 1 or 2 rounds. Immediately call off here. They're running back through A main, but Raze should catch this and probably try to catch the Sage here. Slow walking up here. It's just a little bit past them. Raze is gonna have to start running too if they want to get involved here. But heard all the information.
This is a free
Brim
site.
rotating in.
Yeah, free site, but you do have the pinch, right? This Raze on the flank is going to cause some problems, I think. Oh, but decides to throw the paint shells, and the wall's actually going to come through as well. Makes things very interesting. Pegasus finds one with the ult. Vital finds one with the gun. Rose picks one back onto Vikesta. We're left to a 3-on-2. This time, once again, in favor of Panther Creek. They spot out the Sage. They find the kill, and it looks so good for YWMLA, and Vital just picks up 2 headshots, cleans the deal, and that's Panther Creek advancing to a 9-zip advantage.
No button.
And it was looking so good for WYMLA from the start of that round, right? I mean, it was looking very clean, very sleek, but from there, it was just Panther Creek saying, hey, not today, and they bounce back. Vital picks up a couple more headshots, 13 and 2 on this game. The KDs between Vikesta and Vital continue to rise. Pegasus getting involved once again, 10 and 6, but more importantly with Pegasus as well, 9 assists in this matchup as well, leading the lobby in assists by 4. So very nicely done here from Panther Creek's side of things. And Panther Creek, they're just looking to carry on. They're looking to go for a flawless half. I will say we've seen some dominant games today, but we have not seen a flawless half yet.
Yeah. Flawless half would be interesting to see. And going back to that last round, I think I saw one of the funniest interactions I think I've ever seen in Valorant. I saw Raze throw her nade, and I don't know if she got it past the wall or not, but it seemed like the wall came up and just launched her nade into the sky, just like that op shot from Rose. Another looking for the trade here with the Marshall, but got stunned, couldn't quite do it. Now the picks are just all falling around them. They can't do anything about it.
Delicate for 3. I was just saying, Delicate doesn't really need to do a whole lot besides sit on B and throw up the utility, but Delicate's like, all right, guys, let me get involved. Let me get some of these kills. Picks up a 3K. Now is 4 and 3 with 6 assists. The double op is going to come through from Panther Creek as well, and that's a little scary. I mean, you had a good thing going. You don't need to change things up all too much, but hey, you do you. You have a good lead. I mean, they're going to have some fun with it. Tower and Pegasus. Tower's been sniping all game long, whether it be a scout or an operator, but now just adding in another one of them into the mix here. WYMLA will have their buy ready on their attacking side as well as they look to head over towards this B site. It's going to be Cypher and Sky locking things down. Jet going to go in here very early on with the knives and see what value she can time, though. These tripwires making it tough for the Jet, and Delicate will find the kill. Those tripwires are so good. If you look at how they're lined up, it makes it so as soon as you jump out of that window, you will go down. Tower making this operator useful. Will find a kill, but tagged down. Vikesta picks up one. Headshot wallbang on a Ciccone. And now a 5-on-2. All left to the breach and onto the arena. Swag check hunting for one. The scout shot lands, but Vital will find the kill. And now a 1 versus 5 all against the world is Surtees, and as now Spike in hand, rotating over towards this A Spike site and looking to get this one down. And a shot from the op from Pegasus. Pegasus was waiting for the rotate. Panther Creek now up 11-0. One more round is all they need to secure a flawless half in this game.
Yeah, one more round, and from the same point of view of WYMLA, from the same point of view, this is one round that you can get to stop this from being just a straight 13-0. Switching on that side, you know that pistol's going to be a big boost for you if you can win that and take that into the second round, but you got to at least get one here and keep yourself off of match point, because if they just take that pistol, then you're just done, right? Like, that's just game, set, and match. You don't want to give them that chance on a 50-50 when they're proving they're more dominant, even when you have the advantage in guns. There we go. Another opening pick from Panther Creek, and it looks like they're just tossing the op around to whoever wants to use it. I've seen it on the Sky, I've seen it on the Cypher, and I've seen it on the Brimstone now. So we'll see who's got it.
Vikesta's got it now. It's like the hot potato. They're passing that thing around. Absolutely crazy. 5-on-3 here right now as Vital's looking for an angle. The operator, all the operators coming through. The self-revive on the Clove will come through, but the Spike is still down. And now a 5-on-3, but that's actually crazy. But look at this. Get a kill or damage assist to survive. And so Clove, in order to survive, you need to find this kill or damage assist here very, very soon. And you're not going to be able to in time. Puts it to a 3-on-2, but Flying Tiger will find 2 kills. And that will change things a little bit more. But Delicate, they got that Cypher utility still up, and it's going to make it very hard for WYMLA because Panther Creek continuously has so much info with the way they've been playing. 2 players from Panther Creek on the flank, Cypher and Sky, both ready to go on the flank. Vital will find one on the front line with the off. Vital picks up another, and a 3K on the round. A flawless half for Panther Creek now as Vital finds 2. And that is going to put this one 12-0 for Panther Creek. One more round is all they need to seal the deal and to cap this one off with a 13-0 victory. WYMLA, they will need a flawless half to force us into overtime, and I just don't know if that's possible against this Panther Creek squad. They have been looking lights out, but the economies are now reset. Both teams back on pistols. You have a bit more of a clean slate to work with. This is your time where you need to step up and find some rounds.
It really is. It really is, and I really feel like it was almost 4 ops on the other side there. I didn't actually see what was going on there, but that was 4 different players using the op in the last 2 rounds. Just tossing around, like you said, a hot potato, seeing what's going on, but this is huge. This is going to decide everything. Like, you got to stuff this attacking side. The rotations have to be super quick. We're really spread out for information right now, so looks like we're probably going to get an early rotation coming in. This Jet's really got to step it up. They haven't really been able to pull off too much for having one of the most important characters in the game right now. Pegasus getting 2 picks here, putting us in a 3v4. This is tough. Big retake coming in. This Jet's on the huge flank. It has to get these kills, has to get this moving in. Somebody's got to get an opening. Clove's probably going to be fighting the Cypher or the Sky. Big fight here coming from Pegasus. Good pick. Interesting. Oh, this is tough. This is tough. This is 2v1. Clove, you can do this. And there it is. Oh.
Clove will go down. Oh. Panther Creek will find it. The 13-0 sweep. A flawless game over WYMLA, and they will find their first win on the season as well. Panther Creek, I'm surprised after their first win on the season. They must have had some 2 tough matches in their first couple of weeks, because that was a very like dominant match coming through from them. They look very, very strong. So I'm interested to see. Maybe it was just their bind defense looked so good, because realistically, we pretty much only saw them play bind defense and then 1 pistol. Yep. So you never really know. Maybe their bind defense is just strong. Maybe that comp was good they used today. And we'll see how things carry on. But we are nearing playoffs here for VESL. We've had a lot of great matches today, a lot of dominant matches, but nice to continue on with this regular season and continue to see how these records develop and how this league continues to develop as a whole. A lot of prize pool on the line here, a lot of money on the line, like you were mentioning earlier in this broadcast. So both these, all these teams, Yeah, exactly. All these teams fighting here for it, and a lot of opportunities available for these players to not only be able to earn that prize pool money, but also maybe even get seen by colleges or get scholarship opportunities and stuff like that from this as well. So, a lot of opportunity for these North Carolina high school esports players coming through here in these next coming weeks, especially as we head into playoffs here. This is where you can really showcase your talent. But any final thoughts on today, Gator Melon, before we wrap things up?
I mean, some good quick games, but to piggyback on that last thought, I really want to shout out the scholastic scene of just like where we can go with scholarships right now with colleges, the opportunities that are out here for a lot of these high schoolers. I know this tournament probably feels very big for them. This could be the first tournament that some of these people have ever played in and the first competitive experience that they've ever had. But colleges will be looking, and they're not just looking for talented players. I think that's one of the biggest confusions that we get is where not every college is looking for the best of the best. Some colleges are looking to train up people, and this is the perfect opportunity to show off your mentality, your approach to the game, what you want to do with it, and find opportunities for everybody all around. So, outstanding stuff coming out here from VSL helping host this. VESL helping host all this stuff and these high school championships even being a thing. I mean, let's rewind it back like 5 years. None of this probably even exists at all. So the fact that it's here
Yeah.
now, I mean, I feel like all these players, regardless of how well they do, and even if they do fantastic, should be very proud that they're here, they're fighting for something, and they're getting that exposure that they need.
Yeah, well, you said it best, Gator Melon, but that is going to wrap us up here for this evening. So, everyone back at home, thank you all so much for tuning into some more VESL high school Valorant action this evening featuring these North Carolina regions. My name is Jackson, joined alongside Gator Melon. It was a pleasure as always. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and we will catch you all on the next one.